Ready, guys?
Ready.
Yes. When you play Gen Z, when you play your age, when you play your personality, people are loving it.
I mean, it is, and it's something that I think obviously comes naturally to me because I'm from this time, and you know, all these Instagram things and social media things, they come to me naturally because I've grown up in a world like this.
Everyone on this table would like to know what these sets of Mr. Bansali are like.
For me, what really works, and I think the day I realized that that's how I need to always be and need to work, is when I really felt the most comfortable being on any set. Whether it's Sanjay sir's or Mani sir's or Vikram sir's or any set.
Yuck! It's like gelatin. What is this? Gelatin, no?
Yeah.
Yuck, why would you give me that? Rohit. Gelatin, I guess. Gelatin.
Maybe social media, again a big distraction. How to keep that balance?
I Instagram a lot. I love social media. The thing that worked for me is I've started muting accounts. That's for my mental health. Muting accounts. So there was a lot of information that came.
It is.
You have to
I feel
say,
like just putting it out.
No.
It's some toy.
Tripti, I read reviews of Kala that time when it came out, and you know they were just. I mean, firstly you did very well, so that's why the reviews were good. Then comes Animal, which gives you another kind of fame. Both gave you something. What has been the learning for you?
Biggest learning is that I'll जो भी काम मेरे पास I'll do it with full honesty because I've realized wherever I'm not honest ना, wherever I'm even a little bit कि ठीक है यार करूँ या नहीं करूँ, that's where I falter.
Hello and welcome to Bollywood Hangama. I'm Rohit Khilnani. It's that time of the year when we get the best talent on one table. It's been a challenging year for the entertainment industry, but even in a year like that, there's talent that comes out and shines, and all of them are right here. I'm going to talk about each one of you before we get into some discussions. Ananya, one of the best years I would say since you started. We'll discuss this. Well done. 3 releases, all 3 appreciated and loved. Well done. Bhumi, the films you choose, the work that you do makes, people like me believe in the cinema that you believe in. As a journalist, I feel it's a big victory when someone plays a journalist really well. So, well done. Tripti, a year that ended on a very high note, you maintain that level. Now you have blockbusters with you like that. You're considered like a lucky charm for the industry. Well done. To maintain the momentum after a high like Animal, you've done that and you've given another big blockbuster. Shalini, what a film you chose. Firstly, brave one to do. I told you this earlier also, brave role to do. I want to discuss how you did that. I totally became a fan when I saw that.
Thank you, that's so sweet.
Right. Aditi, we thought we had seen all sides and shades of Aditi till you landed on Mr. Bansali's set and did Hira Mandi, and we thought, wow, you can even do this and you can even look this different. So well done. Very strong role and absolutely well done.
Thanks.
Right. Nidanshi, what a jump start for you, and great start to be in this industry. And also now, what can I even say? Your film is going in some Oscar race and all that.
Yes.
So hope to see you guys up there.
Yes. Please pray, and firstly, I'm so grateful to be on this table. Today is my time to just listen, take notes, and learn because all my brilliant seniors are sitting here. So I'm just really grateful.
Actually worked the most. She's worked since
She's,
she was 5. She was 5 years old. Yeah.
First round table?
First round table.
First round table. Debut round table.
Debut
Right.
round table.
And here's a veteran. Here's a veteran. Right. We'll start with you, Ananya. Very different year. 3 releases, different from each other, roles different from each other. Can this be planned?
I don't think it was really planned that way because I shot all of it last year in one bunch together, and I didn't know when it was going to come out. Then it was up to the producers and the director about when they wanted to release it. But I think it was subconsciously a change was happening in me post Gehraiyan, I would say. The kind of work that I was gravitating towards, the kind of directors I wanted to work with. It was just happening. Every time I was getting a narration, the kind of things I used to like before, I was automatically just like shifting. I was like, no, I want to do something more. I want something juicier. I want to see more for myself. So I think it was more of a change on the inside, but it wasn't really planned because I didn't know where most of the stuff was going. Yeah.
Which one was first? Which one did you shoot first?
I shot Kho Gaye first, then I shot Control, and then I shot Call Me Babe.
Wow,
Yeah.
and all so different.
Yeah, also different, but everyone calls it like a social media trilogy for some reason. And now in hindsight, I'm like, okay, actually,
Yeah.
they're all very like Gen Z stories in that sense. So now I'm like, I really need to do something
Right.
older.
So whatever you're doing, just keep repeating this. This was a great year,
Thanks.
one of the best years. Bhumi, firstly, I want to ask you, just as curious as a journalist, when you play a journalist, would you like to meet journalists and see how they are? Or you, of course, know many of them, but how does this go?
The kind of journalist that I was playing, we don't get to meet them in our line of work. You know, वो एक बहुत ही we can switch ना हिंदी English both. So वो एक बहुत ही छोटे शहर की journalist थी, and they are the ones that actually do all the grassroots level work, and then it reaches like the level up. And it was very interesting for me because I realized that the part of the media that we interact with the most is more to do with films and everything that we do. But then there's this entire world, you know, जहाँ पे literally इतना courage अपने जान पे खेल के वो ये कहानियाँ ढूंढते हैं. And because this is inspired from a true story, Bhakshak was inspired from a true story. I mean, even till date, when I think about it, that how this individual had the courage to go into that environment just because they had that much passion and integrity for what they do. And I feel in many conversations, that's like we are constantly questioning that integrity. Does it still exist? Like, you know, all of us within our spaces of work, our professions. And then when a story or a character like this comes, you're like, okay, there are people that still are following the honest path. And it's very, very motivating.
True, no, they're amazing journalists doing some great job out there. All credit to them. Tripti, I want to ask you is, your fame blew up one day. Like, you've been working for quite a few years. I've loved your films genuinely, but one day we saw the Paps were following you. Whenever I open Instagram, like we were talking about doom scrolling, you were on my doom scrolling all the time. What was that change like? Suddenly, so much attention.
Yeah, it was quite overwhelming, to be honest. And I was in Bhopal shooting for another film of mine, so I was not here to, witness all of that. And my friends every day were texting me and they were like, bro, things have changed for you. This is your time. And I was like, no, you're bullshitting because, I don't see anything. And then when I landed in Bombay, that's when I realized that, okay, something has happened, which is good. It's a positive change. And it was overwhelming, but it was something that I waited for a long time.
True. Mentally, is it easy to handle?
It was difficult at first because, one is not used to it. But I think slowly you find your peace with it.
Maharaj, this is a film that I thoroughly enjoyed. For a woman to do a scene that you did with the Baba, the Charan Seva scene, what goes on in your mind when, as a girl, you're doing that scene that this was real, this happened to another girl? What goes on to your, like, what is it like?
Now that I think of it, nothing was going on in my head.
Okay.
Like when I was doing the film, we had done few scenes before that. Of course, I was trying to be true to my character, so I don't think I overthought it, to be honest.
Okay.
But now I remember that the time when I was doing it, of course, I was not overthinking it, but as soon as I did it, is when I realized it's very awkward. As soon as I took the break and I got out, I realized what she went through.
Right.
So I did not overthink it before that, but yes, when it happened, when I did that, is when I realized everything dawned on me and I realized what had happened.
Right.
And this was reality. This happened. It might be still happening somewhere. So it just, all of those things happened and everything was really overwhelming. So I think it took me time after that to process it. But before that, I was just doing it. Because I was just trying to be true. I was not overthinking, talking to my director, trying to be true to the character. Didn't overthink anything. But as soon as I did it is when it dawned on me.
Right.
Yeah.
On the set or before, was it a big deal that Amir Khan's son is in it?
I met him. And then everything, he's such a sweet, awkward, nice human being. He became my friend and I'm
Right.
he does not give you that idea that he's
Right.
Amir Khan's son. And
True,
actually
true,
then I
true.
met Amir sir and she's worked with him. Even Amir sir does not give you the idea that he's Amir
True,
Khan.
true.
So everyone became friends and
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's really cool. So there was no pressure. It was
Right.
actually fun.
That's great. Aditi, everyone on this table would like to know what these sets of Mr. Bansali are like. There may be people who have not worked with him yet, and we would, even I would just like, we all say we would like to be the fly on the wall. Tell us, is it overwhelming? Is it genuinely like all these things that we see and heard?
It's so
Bata do, round table. Yeah.
it's really difficult to say because I think every experience is different. And I think everybody receives very differently. I think for me, what really works, and I think the day I realized that that's how I need to always be and need to work, is when I really felt the most comfortable being on any set. Whether it's Sanjay sir's or Mani sir's or Vikram sir's or any set. And I feel it stems more from just feeling like a 5-year-old coming completely empty. And surrendering to the process and absorbing everything that is on set. And I think Sanjay sir's sets are really incredible in that way because there is just so much. It's there is the stimuli is just so much, and there is so much that you can receive and take in. So actually, it's the most incredible place to be a little kid and to be a curious student. And having said that, you have to be on it. You have to concentrate. You can't be a backbencher dreaming. You have to really, really be on it because challenges are thrown at you, and those are fun. You want to take those challenges. You want to make, you want to make him proud. You want to see a twinkle in his eye. You want the approval. At least that's how I work. And the more the challenge that is thrown at me, the more I'll go for it. And I really, really enjoy that. And I would like in a heartbeat, I'm sure any of us would be willing, to take that on time and again. And I really love it. But that's all I can say. I mean, it's just so much, and you can go on about it.
Right. That twinkle in his eye, is that easy to get, or?
The thing is, it's very true and it's very honest.
Okay.
So if it's there, he means it.
Okay.
And because he is such a true artist and he is the hardest on himself, that he will not settle for anything less. So if he's happy, he shows it. And he gives a lot of love. He pushes himself the most. He pushes us as well. And that's the only way that I like and I understand, and I'm very grateful for it. And when he validates, he truly means it from his heart. And his love is very true. So I think that's a very beautiful quality in a person who is so experienced and is so legendary, that he is so, so true. His heart is actually that of a child in many ways. It's very sacha, and it's very beautiful actually to be around that. It's very inspiring.
So if your colleagues were to go on a set where he's directing,
can I say I love them all, but can I just also be there, please?
one thing they should remember before going on that set.
No, I really believe it's about, see, the thing is, it's not about some kind of deference and some kind of, projecting projecting a particular way or learning a mannerism to be around a person. I really believe you have to be yourself, and you have to, in any situation, like my relationship with them would be different from somebody else's, and that is so with the director as well, that is so between you and me as well. And I think it's so important to just be yourself and be true to who you are, so that the creator in front of you can have the purest form of you to create. So I feel it's each person to I really believe that. And I think that's the basic that we need to do.
Sure. Nitanshi, I know you're sitting in a corner and taking notes today, but but tell us what, Kiran is again a very, very, I don't know how to describe, a very chill person also to meet, to catch up. She's just like, you always feel she's one amongst us. What were days with her like? Does Kiran Rao ever get angry?
No. In fact, it's so true. In fact, I learned what really kindness meant when I worked with Kiran ma'am. It was like, I saw her and I'm like, I want to be like her in the future. Because Kabhi nahi. I'll tell you a situation. So because I've started as a junior artist, so I know how the treatment sometimes goes wrong. Sometimes you get scolded. So I've been from there. So we were shooting the iconic reunion scene of Phool and Deepak, and we had like hundreds and 150 people in the crowd, and they were all locals. So they had no idea where the camera is, and the moment they would spot it, they would be like, "We want to be in front of the camera." So I have to run, and suddenly someone would come in front of me, and I'm like, listen, you just have to push me and go from behind. And then our direction team was very, very new, so they were like, they would give them 5 different advices that आप यहाँ से जाना, आप वहाँ से जाना. So by the time rolling would happen, that banda would be like, "Please मुझे बता दो मुझे कहाँ जाना है, मुझे डांट पड़ जाएगी." And I was like, wait, I'll tell you. You go from here, this, that. But my own shot required so many emotions. Sometimes I was like, okay, maybe who will be there to help them? And then Kiran ma'am would come all the way from far, like her spot would be really far away, and she would come, and like hundreds of times she would tell the person in the same sweet manner that this is what you have to do, this is where you have to go, and this is how you have to do it. And I was like, she's not losing her calm one bit. Like, she's so calm, she's not at all angry, she's not getting frustrated, and the person is feeling very safe while working with her. So it's like, that's so beautiful.
Place to
Cool.
be.
That's
Don't
amazing.
get used to this. Everybody is not like that.
Yeah.
Right. But tell me, when you're doing a scene where the Gungat scene, okay? So, like, that first scene captured everybody's attention. This girl's full face is covered. She can only see her husband's shoes. As a girl, does this cross your mind that so many women in India are still living like that?
It does. It really does, because during rehearsals, I really wanted to be very comfortable with the gungat, and I could not see anything in front of me. And I have to climb the train, so I was like, this feels like some Khatron ke Khiladi, because I have to get on this moving train with the gungat on, and I would hit my leg somewhere. I would be like, agar giri, तो filming भी complete नहीं कर पाऊंगी. I want to be a part of this film. So I had to take care of the gungat, and then I realized that this is actually a very problematic thing. It's just really tough, the ghungat thing. So I realized the seriousness of it while working with that.
Even when the only picture he had was with her with the ghungat, and he's like, how do we recognize her?
Ananya, you've been working for quite a few years. This year, what changed? Like,
Thanks, Rohit, for reminding me.
you're still young, but what? The reviews I read, the feedback we saw. Of course, we've discussed this before, that when you play Gen Z, when you play your age, when you play your personality, people are loving it. Is that the right observation? Or?
Yeah, I mean it is, and it's something that I think obviously comes naturally to me because I'm from this time, and all these Instagram things and social media things, they come to me naturally because I've grown up in a world like this. But having said that, it's also tough to kind of differentiate the characters from me as a person, because with Ahana, I would say she's actually the most similar. From Kho Gaye Hum Kahan was actually, I'm like that as a person. But I really couldn't play Ananya on screen, and I had to make sure I wasn't doing that time and again. That was the bigger fear, I think, for me, how to kind of keep that different from my personality so that people don't think I'm, constantly repeating myself. So I had to find a difference, for sure.
Not similar to the Call Me character at
No,
all.
not really. I mean, you know
Just
me,
asking.
I'm so, like, Bhumi's
Just
worked
checking,
with me.
yeah.
I'm really different from her. I mean, there are probably facets of her personality that are similar.
Okay.
Like, she's way more confident than me. She's way more out there. But like certain things, like I think she's more oblivious with the things around her. But she's actually also very, like, I think actually I like to believe that Bay knows what's happening. She's kind. So there are actually really good things from her personality that I wish I possessed. But it was my first time doing comedy also, because we've done a comedy film together. We've done Pati Patni aur Wo. But we weren't the ones doing, like maybe Bhumi a little bit, but I wasn't the one doing the comedy. I was just kind of reacting to what Karthik was doing or Apar Shakti was doing. But this was my first time where I was actually doing out and out comedy, which was tricky but so much fun.
And you killed it.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So fun.
Right. Right, Bhumi, when you go into a film like Bakshak, do you, there are so many ways to do it. One is an actor will go deep into it, read about it, Wikipedia pe kya hai, articles kya hai. Are you that person, or?
It depends, but for Bhakshak, I was that
You did?
person. Yeah, I had to. It
Yeah.
comes with such responsibility,
Yeah,
it's
it's a big case.
Yeah, and
You put up a story also with your notes,
I
which
did.
are like,
Yeah. And fortunately for me, my director was just so well prepared. This was his passion project. He put in years and years of work into the story, and we did not want to be factually incorrect or not. We had to treat the story with a lot of dignity, sensitivity, because there are little children that we were speaking of. And so there was a lot of work that went into it, and that's why I feel like maybe at times a big learning from Bhakshak was that maybe I don't need to deep dive that much because it's very tough to unlearn from that experience, you know, because we all are empathetic people, we all are women, and when you hear of like such gruesome things, I mean, just to imagine being in a world where somebody is capable of doing something like this to children, jinka aage, matlab, you know, it shakes you up. It shakes you up. It takes a lot. So that was a learning for me that maybe next time I would not. You don't require to do it every time.
But were there days when you went home and you were like, what the hell is happening here?
I think a lot of it happened when I was prepping for the film. Because Pulkit and I worked a lot on the diction, mannerisms, on what journalism is. He literally gave me a crash course on, as I mentioned earlier, why it is the fourth pillar of our democracy, right? And I just feel like we as people might have a certain disconnect from that ideology and thought, but I had to start believing in it again because I'm playing a journalist. So when I was prepping for it, there were many days where I was like, why? Like, am I the right person to do this? Will I do any disservice to this film? Because again, it's so sensitive, and I just feel as I said, just as a girl, it कुछ होता है पेट में ना, you get cramps. I literally
I
would
was
like
watching
cramp.
it on the plane and I kept like turning it away, like that first scene. Like I was like, I can't watch it.
Tripti, I read reviews of Kala that time when it came out, and you know they were just. I mean, firstly you did very well, so that's why the reviews were good. That gave you solid respect right at the start. You know, initial years of your career, respect amongst critics and everything. Then comes Animal, which gives you another kind of fame. Both gave you something. What has been the learning for you?
I think for me, it's the biggest learning is that, you know, जो भी काम मेरे पास I'll do it with full honesty, because I've realized wherever I'm not honest ना, wherever I'm even a little bit कि ठीक है यार करूँ या नहीं करूँ, that's where I falter, and that's where I'm like, I should have just, you know,
Instinct.
just you have to follow your gut, because and I'd always done that with Bulbul or with Kala. Bulbul, when I was doing it, so many people advised me against it. Don't do it, don't do it. You've just done a theatrical. And that time, you know, Bulbul was one of the first 8 films that were supposed to come on Netflix. So there was many people who said, don't. And I was like, I have to do it. Even if I don't get paid, even if, you know, this doesn't go anywhere, they don't release it. I just want to experience her journey, her story. And I'm glad that I did that. And same thing with Kala and many other films that I've done now yet to come out.
So it's important to have both. It's important to have those, and it's important to have these 200 crore films also.
Of course, you have to balance it out, I feel. Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, one is always trying to find that balance.
Right. Shani, Jayesh Bhai on paper looks great. You know, Yash Raj is producing, Ranveer Singh is in it. Did it give you what you wanted, what you went in for?
How do I answer this? I went in for fun. I come from Jabalpur thinking that I have to, you know, for me, Yash Raj is a big deal. So when you get Yash Raj, when you get Ranveer Singh, when you get everything on papers, of course you're like, oh, the experience would be so much bigger and nourishing and enriching, and that happened. So I got what I wanted. Now I understand that on papers, you know, everything looks right, but also it's, I mean, I don't expect a lot. After, like, I've realized that very early on my career, I realized that you don't have control over things, and the only thing that I can control, I would try to do that. Other than that, I do not have control over anything. So मैं रो के गा के क्या कर लूँगी, मैं रोती हूँ. That doesn't mean I don't. It affects me. But after 2 days, I'm like, yeah, abhi, I'm pretty chill about it. Like, I have to move on. So I got what I wanted from it. How it's perceived, of course, I wanted it to, you know, do what we thought of it. But it didn't, and it's fine for me.
Right.
So what I wanted, I got from it.
You got from it. That's most important, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
right? Aditi, what I wanted to ask you is, you know, when there are other actresses in the same project, at somewhere deep inside, somewhere, is there a bit of a competitive streak that will say, will I get my share of, you know, fame? Will I get my share of attention? Will I get my share of role and talent? You know, everything to show. Or is that something you can discuss with your director?
Again, each person is different. I would say it's not about women. So everybody thinks think everybody thinks that women are dying to claw each other's eyes out.
I can
No.
see on this table there's
Yeah.
a mutual admiration.
So yeah, absolutely. We're human beings at the end of the day, and you connect from the heart. There's a instinctive trust that you have with the people around you. Like I know Booms. I don't know Ananya that well, but Ananya's always been really amazing with me.
Yeah.
She's really like I've just taken to her.
Hmm.
I don't know them so well, but I like them, and it's like a you get a vibe from a person, and you just take to it or you don't. And I'm very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
So I just go with my gut, and I don't know how to be any other way. So I'm just what I am. And I would say that, like, okay, since we're discussing Hira Mandi, I would say that on that set, yes, there were a lot of, let's say, actors. I'm not going to genderize them. I'm not going to like gender compartmentalize them. So there were a lot of actors. But the thing is, there is a story there. There are tracks. There is a director who's incredible. I'm not going to ask him any questions because I know that he is going to do the best that he can to each and every actor and character because he loves his craft and he loves his story and he loves his material, and he loves us. And I know that. And okay, like whatever anybody else may think, that's how I think. And it gives me a lot of I feel it's so much better to start with love and to start with trust. And if anybody wants to whatever you over, if anyone wants to screw you over, I can say this, right? It's their problem. They have to live with it. I will continue to function with love, and also it's for me, like I want to come on to a set fearless. And I want to come on to a set, and I'm saying this very, very genuinely, I want to come on to a set and completely sort of flow with trust. And I can only do that if I'm listening to the human being in front of me who I love and respect. And if my brain is not manipulating and thinking of everything else. Also, honestly, very, very honestly, a film is not about one person. It is a team. And each person has to function at their maximum. And it is my job, as much as everybody else's on that team, to love and to work together. And I think we were that for each other on that set. Whether it was the ADs, whether it was us as actors, whether it was our entire crew on our set, I can promise you that we really were there for each other. And okay, there'll be days when you want to like clobber somebody, but that's okay, We hug and we sort of whatever. It's fine. That's human.
Family for that time.
Exactly.
You feel every emotion.
And you trust somebody's intention. So even if somebody's done something horrible that day, it's the intention. They're not done it on purpose. You trust their intention. And I think I just like to go with that. And I believe that. And
That's a great,
according to me, the only way to work.
No, that's a great approach too. This is the stage of your career where everybody will give you some gyan. I will ask you. You can ask them for an answer. Who would you like to listen to? If someone will say you're too young for this, don't do this at this early stage in your career. People must have told you all also. Who do you listen
Firstly,
to?
all of them line by line. So some advices because I'm solely here to actually learn. It's my first time. This is my first roundtable, my first film. Everything is like my first. So I'm just experiencing it. But the best part about I've met many of them. Like आज भी जब मैं मिली उन सब से, for a young and fresh actor to me, like for actors like me, we really want that acceptance and validation from our seniors. So the best part is that whoever I've met, they've not told me to change, but they've instead told me that you be yourself. This is going to take you forward. So I think I've been getting really good advices. I'm going to keep that with me.
Yeah, anyone would like to tell her?
Yes, please.
I think just listen to your instinct. There's
That always
nothing
works.
stronger than that. Even what Tripti said, and that's very true for me as well. Every time I've listened to everybody else and not myself, I've been so bad in that film. I've been unhappy. Even if the film works, I'm unhappy because I just know I've not been my most honest, true self. And then there are films that the world will tell you not to do, but you just know in your gut you want to do it, and that film will live on forever.
True.
I mean, in my experience, it just
And I think the only control we have is our intention. Why are we getting into this and why are we doing it? And that instinct is the strongest instinct.
What gives you joy?
Exactly. And cinema is like legacy, right? So your Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I know it's important because your other work, etc., etc. But ultimately, like a good film is a good film. It might not be considered that on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but if it's good, it will live on beyond your years. And you can never take that away, right? Is
But
what
also good films also live on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
they do, of course. 100 and they must have, yeah.
Also, I feel it's the experience that stays with you for life. So 50 years down the line, when you look back, it's the memories that'll stay
Yeah, the
with you and
people
that'll
you
make you
meet.
feel.
Yeah, and even like 5 days can feel like 500 years
Yeah.
if you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And my dad always says work with good people. Like,
Yeah.
just work with good-hearted people. And as they said, it's going to stay with you forever. And I don't think change, like people will tell you a lot, of course, about films that do this, do that, but also about your personality. Like, ye mat kaho, wo mat kaho. This will get you into trouble.
Never
but
listen.
say whatever you want. And because you only have to learn from it at the end of the day. No one can tell you what to really do.
And you're
each one
allowed
of
to
us
make
is-
mistakes.
Exactly.
I feel we're all human.
And getting up and scrape, like, you know, with scraped knees and running again is the maza, you know, really. And we're all unique. So, and that's what makes us who we are.
Yes.
I
I
know. Vishesh tippanis.
Like your film's one of my most favorite films,
Yeah,
hands
sweet.
down. This is not even like this year, and your performance studio is so. You're just gonna
Like
just like
untouched.
preserve yourself.
Yeah, keep your innocence and your energy.
Another thing is handling and the distraction called fame. You know, there's a beautiful dialogue of Shah Rukh Khan in Lag By Chance where he says, "ये एक अलग तरीके का नशा है, ये एक अलग नशा है." You know, Ananya, you tell me, what is the one great side of it? What is the one flip side of it?
One, you know, growing up, I only wanted to be famous. Like it was, I didn't know what it was to be an actor. You know, I didn't know. Yeah, I was like, हाँ, मुझे बस पिक्चरों में आना है, and I want people to like run after me, and I want to stand outside my version of Mannat, and there will just be thousands of people, and this is what I thought is what it is. And then coming into the industry, I've realized that there's so much more to it. You know, I've started enjoying the actual acting part of it. At the start, everything was just about looking a certain way, being glamorous, just listening to what my directors say, which I still do, but it was only that. Now I feel like I found my own voice, and that, for me, that's the best part of fame. The direct impact that I see that I can have on young boys and young girls. You know, the fact that I can start something like a So Positive, which speaks about cyberbullying and, you know, kindness and social media, and it actually can create a change in someone's life. You know, I can make a young girl feel seen or represented on screen. Like growing up, when I saw like Konkana and Luck by Chance and in Wake Up Sero, I saw Janelia and Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na, I was like, these are girls like me. Like I am like that with my friends, and it was so refreshing and so comforting to see myself on screen. So if I can just do a little bit of that with my work, for me, that's the good side of fame. The bad side, I would say, is just not being able to do normal things sometimes. Like, you know, like just step out of, like just,
Sense of freedom.
yeah, just कि मुझे कुछ भी करना है. I just want to walk on the road today with my dog, you know. Not being able to do things like that feels a little sad.
True. Bhumi, social media, again, a big distraction. How to keep that balance that you, or you just use it for work, or how do you?
No, I Instagram a lot. I love social media. The thing that worked for me is I've started muting accounts. That's for my mental health. Muting accounts. So there was a lot of information that came my way, and I realized that okay, I wasn't really using this platform to its optimum because I was getting influenced by like a lot of things. And you know, I am human. I do get affected by opinion. So I decided the best is not to know about it. So now I just mute things. They don't know you've muted them. Exactly. It's the best. Yeah, so now basically my Instagram's about things I love. Like, you know, accounts. I follow a lot of accounts. It's also very educational. I learn things. I anyways love makeup, fashion. So my Instagram's full of the everything related to glamour, dogs, food, travel. I thrive on my Instagram.
Muting is the pick.
Muting is the way to go. Yeah.
Right. Same, you know, same to you. Because so much attention is suddenly come. It must have come on social media also. Do you? How did you manage it at that time?
I mean, initially, of course, I was very excited. Everybody loves attention, and I did love it too. And I was constantly reading comments and this and that. But it started affecting me very soon, you know,
In what
because
way?
while Kala and Bulbul ke time pe, there was no criticism. zero. Like all the comments were good, everybody had good things to say about me, and suddenly that changed post Animal or any other film that I've done. Post that, it was only like maximum comments were negative, and I was like, I didn't know how to deal with that. So yes, there was a point where I was like, should I be reading the comments, because there is a part of you that wants to know what the public opinion is. But you have to somewhere protect yourself also, because it can really damage you as a person. So there was one day I decided that I'm not gonna read the comments, and since then I have not even touched the comment section.
Really? Wow.
I was like, there's no point in finding out what the other person thinks of me. I'm gonna do what I want to do with full honesty, and I know myself better than anyone else, better than my mom. So who are these people to
And
judge me?
constructive
And
criticism will always come to you.
it will always
You don't
come
need
to
go
me
through your
from
comments.
friends,
Yeah,
from
yeah,
people who are a part of my life. My friends, for example, they are never they have never said कि अच्छा तूने बहुत अच्छा किया. Every time they'll first say negative things, and they'll say these are the negative points, these are the positive points, and now you make whatever you want to make out of it, which is, I feel, very, very important. But yeah, I have staying away from comments.
It's good to have these people right around you who tell you
Very important.
Yeah,
because otherwise there are
absolutely.
people around you who will always praise you.
They keep you grounded, real. They keep you human.
Right. Right. Shalini, is it tough to be in the game always, be on top, be on get these roles? Do you find it tough to get work, or do you think, I know you have many releases next year, but is it tough?
I don't think about these things, honestly. I'll tell you why. My journey has panned out in a way where I did not have time to think about these things, because I'd come out of my house. My thing was to have good relation with my parents, which I finally am having now. So my things are very different. So I also always wanted to be an artist. I did not know what kind of art I want to be a part of. And I knew that, as she said, like, we all wanted attention. Like, we all were heroines in our own head. I was a heroine in my head, so I thought I was doing great stuff, okay? I just, like, got out of the house, paying my bills on my own. So all these things were really, like, cinematic in my own head. So I was like, so I think after, Arjun Reddy, when it worked and it became so big and I did not know how to take it, is when it came to me, when I understood that, okay, I'm not maybe prepared, because no one's from my family is in the business, right? No one's there to like guide me. But with time, actually after Jayesh Bhai, when it didn't work, when everything was great on papers and it didn't work, I was like, okay, I'm going to lose control over this. This is not going to, like, I'm going to have fun. I was here to have fun. If after coming out of the house also, I'm going to be crying here, it makes no sense to me. So I'm going to at least have fun. I cried there, my struggle was over there. As soon as I got out of my house, there's no struggle. Everything that I did was amazing. Everything I feel that I've been doing as a woman, as a person that I've grown, as the person that I've become now, I quite enjoy her.
That's great.
Right. If there's a gap between releases and signing films, does that worry you?
People give me a lot of attention.
People give you a
Like,
lot.
people will be, everyone around me will keep reminding you this. Basically, it's actually people around you will keep reminding you. It's a job, I understand. But most of the time, I don't take stress on it.
They give me a lot of
I've
tension.
taken a lot of stress in my life when I was there dealing with my parents and everything. And now I think I'm thriving alone, so I want to have fun.
Yeah,
You know?
best.
Nice.
That's my approach.
I think how to not get swayed and carried away by this fame. Like, what they're saying is right, but it's so, for a young person, it may be very easy to just get carried away.
Have you met my family? Half the time they don't know what movie is coming out. I have to tell them. Somebody's talking about my brother. I was like, please, can you watch one film of mine? But I love being famous, and I think it's also because I don't know this world, and I love it. I love, in fact, a lot that comes with being famous. I always wanted to be a heroine. I wanted to be a Mani Ratnam heroine, very specifically. And I love it. I love the love. I think that, and that's what I've realized. I think what it is like, okay, I sound like one little, like, whatever, some unicorns and rainbows. But I'm like one real love, like, I love love.
Yeah.
So I'm like, give it to me. I'll also give you. So I'm one of those. And I really enjoy it,
Yeah, I love it.
I really love it. And having said that, I know there are some downsides, and the downsides are like, people forget that you're a human being, that you're somebody's daughter, that you're somebody's sister. So they forget. They just think you're this object out to be like whatever, attacked sometimes. But I'm like, again, that's in their head, you know. Like I don't have to. Maybe I can just feel empathy for them and feel like maybe they're just having a bad day. That's how I deal with it, because again, I don't know how else to deal with it. I don't have any other coping mechanisms except to just alter my brain to think of it like that. And is that what the question you asked me? How do I deal with it? Yeah. So I enjoy because, and I keep telling myself that, you know, if there's darkness, find the light. If there's noise, find the music. You can do that. That's up to me to do, and I will do it. I'm determined to do it, and I will find all the love balls around me. You know. So and I believe that, and I just go with it. What else to do?
It's so much fun to be there. Then
Yeah.
you're at least having fun.
And there's no tension in your head because
Yeah.
you're constantly thinking about what is somebody going to say, what are they going to, how they're going to attack you. I'm like, I can't. It's exhausting. I don't have the brain space to do it, and I don't want to do it. I'd rather put my energy into like happy things. And there are days I will cry.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's my superpower. I will cry, and I have no problem crying in front of anybody.
Yeah.
You cry-
I'm upset.
You
I'm
cry
angry.
about what? Like,
If
what
I'm
is
like,
it?
I'm a Scorpio. So if I get damn angry, like people are like, oh, chuchutu. I'm like, oh, not oh, chuchutu. I'm gonna like with you. But I will like, when I'm really angry or I feel something is really wrong, I will cry loudly, but in 5 minutes I'll be fine. Like literally, I'll just turn and I'll be fine, and I'll be happy again. And I just need to
But
laugh.
it's
and
important
be
to
good.
let it all out.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure. I feel like it's really important to just be comfortable with everything that you're feeling. And you know, I've got this a lot. Oh, she's so vulnerable. Oh, she's so fragile. I'm like, I'll save you in a storm. Keep quiet. You know?
Sun Lo, that's really important.
Yeah. And I'm okay being that, you know, it's fine. And I feel like this vulnerability or whatever the hell it is, I'm not conscious of it. And also, that is my strength, bhai. I can look into your eyes and tell you today I'm feeling like really like, wah. So it's fine. Yeah, and I'm okay. It's fine.
Right.
And I feel that's
Your-
attractive, huh?
Whatever.
I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
people come and be so open about like not be too extra also, like oh, it's like doing that all the time. But like when people admit, and acknowledge that they're vulnerable and as gender, like doesn't matter, be a
Girls,
boy or
boys,
girl,
yeah,
whoever.
yeah.
It's just damn nice. It's
I
very
wish
attractive.
boys would be more vulnerable.
I
Like
agree.
one of the greatest things about Sid is that there's a lovely vulnerability about him. I think that's a great quality. I wish more guys were like that.
And I feel like it reflects with both of you on screen also as actors. Like in your eyes, there's just something different because you all are vulnerable people. That makes a huge difference.
You told us what you learned from Kiran Rao. She's amazing. What did you, you started your career by having access to someone like Aamir Khan. Many don't have that. What did you learn from him? He's an acting legend in our country. Tell
He
us.
is superb. Firstly, because I was listening to you very keenly.
Taking notes.
Yes, taking the notes, and except the Scorpion part, I think this is me, I am her. Because I usually feel like the weird one saying that, oh, I love this happening to me. I love people coming to me. I love the love. And बस मुझे प्यार करते रहो. Please मुझे प्यार करते रहो. मैं बहुत मेहनत करूँगी इसी प्यार के लिए. So I really related to that. This is something very different I hear. Usually सुनने को नहीं मिलता है. And people are like, सीख जाएगी. इसको भी थोड़े टाइम बाद realize होता है. I'm like, नहीं, I like this. नहीं सीखना. Okay, what was your question? Wait.
Well, yeah, about Aamir Khan. Yeah.
It was a dream because जब मैंने audition नहीं दिया था तो मुझे idea भी नहीं था कि ये आमिर सर की फिल्म है. All I knew was there's this script, these are the 3 scenes, and this is it. I did not know Kiran ma'am was directing it. I did not know Aamir sir was producing it. I just loved the scene so much that I auditioned for it and I was like, I really want to be a part of this film. Like, really want to be a part of this film. And overnight, I watched all kind of old Bollywood films like Balika Badhu, a lot of those films to see कि अच्छा ऐसे वो देखती
For
हैं, ऐसे
you,
वो बात
everything
करती
is
हैं.
an old Bollywood film. only.
Which is like too old. And then morning I gave my auditions and then they told me that Aamir sir and Kiran ma'am wants to meet you for lunch.
Wow.
I was like, the Aamir Khan wants to meet me for lunch. I was like, today? I was like, I'll come now. So then he was tab shooting for Lal Singh Chaddha and I met him and उनके आने से पहले ही सब खड़े हो गए थे. So I was like, he's coming, oh my god, what should I say, what should I do? And उनके just पहले perform I was like उनके सामने अगर perform करना हुआ, बोलना भी हुआ, I will just sit and be like, I'm ready to do the film. You please keep talking. And he entered and he was so kind. He was like, I saw your audition and I loved your performance. And I was like, oh, yay! Zindagi ki sabse best part, okay? And then he was sitting in front of me. He kept asking me about my life. And I was like, does he know he's the Amir Khan? And he's such a legendary person, but he's super kind and he's so intelligent. एंड मुझे कभी ऐसा भी नहीं लगा उनसे बातें करते वक्त कि उनकी बातें इतनी ज़्यादा स्मार्ट है कि मुझे समझ ही नहीं आएगा वो क्या कह रहे हैं. He was really simple and yet intelligent. So I was like, okay, I can understand him. That means I'm going great. This is fine then.
Can I tell you a really funny story? Because I just remember he's like, whatever she's saying, it's so absolutely right about Amir sir. You know, one day he texted me just because like now I worked with Junaid, right? Junaid's my friend. So like we were supposed to go to a party. And he texted me saying, Amir sir texted me saying that, are you coming to the party? I was like, who's this? He said, Junaid's dad. So I was like, who's Junaid's dad?
Wow, who's Junaid's dad?
Oh. Then he said, Amir Khan. I said, that's so funny. I was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry sir. He's like, so he's laughing. He's like, no, of course, I'm your uncle. I'm Junaid's dad. The way I asked, I was like, for a minute, I forgot who's Junaid's dad. So I texted, who's Junaid's dad?
Yeah.
And I realized it's Amir.
What a
Damn
story.
sweet like that.
So were you
Very
partying
sweet.
with Amir Khan?
It was a success party of Bharat. Everyone was partying.
Okay. You know, one important topic we have to discuss is, which we discuss every year on the Actresses Roundtable. You have been a part of this before. Is we want to also see over the years where we are moving. Are we moving in the right direction? Is pay parity? Ananya, you tell me. Starting with you, this is the drawback of sitting next to me.
I came for my profile, but I've ended up with getting the tough questions.
Or better either. No, tell me genuinely, what is it like today? Would you like to check if what your male lead is getting? Does it upset you if it's less? What is it like? Where are we? Have we progressed?
I think we have come a long way. I'm not talking about just pay, but I'm talking about in general. I think we have come a long way in terms of even the number of women on a film set, you know, from when we started out, but like when we had done Pati Patni or Wo also, there were not that many women on set, you know. And now in general, there are just a lot more women on set.
3 years ago.
5 years ago, we keep skipping COVID. Yeah, it's been 6 years since I started working.
When we started with Anji.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, are you okay?
I'm really feeling it. She called me ma'am, when I came in. Can you understand what's happening to me? So, I mean, I'm not really asking about what the male actors are getting paid. I don't think that's a very... No, I really don't know. Sometimes I hear from other people and I'm in shock by the amount that they're getting paid. I don't stand for unfair treatment of people on set because that's something that I can see. If just because he's a man, he's getting a better car than me, which may seem really superficial, but at the end of the day, it's about respect. You're not respecting the person. So if he's going to get a bigger room because he's a man, or I completely understand if they're senior, but then treat a senior actress also the same way. So I can't speak about money because I'm not well informed about what people are getting paid, but I'm really against unfair treatment, and within my power, how much ever I can fight for it and stand up for it, I do. Not just for myself, but every woman on set, I do stand up for it. And if that makes me sound bossy or any of those things, I'm okay to take that, because if by me doing it, that's going to kind of help someone else and create some sort of change, then that's a bigger win for me. So I'm more against the ill treatment and the lack of respect.
Sure. Bhumi, fair, straight question is this only. Is it fair that a male actor, because they are men, get paid more and women get paid less? It happens rampantly in the industry, whether we talk about it or not.
I mean, look, I think we constantly only kind of focus on our industry. I feel gender parity is everywhere in every industry, and of course it's not fair. You know, it's not fair if there are two individuals, okay, irrespective of what gender they belong to, that have similar achievements, but one has an advantage because of their gender. It's not okay. But I feel Ananya articulated this really well, right? All of us in our own ways are trying to empower our ecosystem. Whenever we feel that there is some kind of injustice where we can make an impact, we go in and we try and bring about that change. And yes, it's a fight, but everybody, we all are at different stages. And I'm sure we all will have an impact towards kind of going towards a future where it becomes a little more equal. We're a little far from that, but eventually it'll get there.
I mean, I don't really, it does affect me, of course, everybody I feel, but I don't pay much attention to that because I feel it takes away from my work. And I don't want to go on a set and, keep thinking about these things and then not perform. So I make sure that my focus is somewhere else because honestly, by me saying things at this stage of my career, if I can't really go and demand, ki, "Arey, give me this, give me that." And
I think you can, yeah.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah,
I mean, even if I can, I don't feel like doing
Okay.
that because I feel like I'm here to do my job. I'll do my job, and I'll go home and treat myself.
It's also our conditioning, right?
Yeah.
Because we feel like you get scared, and we've been because the moment you're opinionated, or the moment you kind of stand for your rights, and that happens. And I completely understand what you're saying. I think we all have like individually been in that place where we are like, okay, there's too much to lose right now. I'd rather just get all the positivity and whatever I can get and concentrate and put it into my work, because one day there will be a chance where I'll be like, no,
This is not cool.
yeah, like recently I did something and it's like the equal parts the boy and the girl, but I was the highest paid actor on that set, and there were a bunch of women that worked towards making sure that happened, and not because of any other reason, because I had done more work, I put in more work, even years wise of the projects that come out or whatever. So that's fair, right? So I don't think the conversation is about comparing yourself to somebody who has achieved 10x of you. I think the comparison is between two equals. I think that's very important to kind of like
Exactly. So if it's like a senior actor, male or female, of course.
Absolutely.
But
Okay, it's not senior. It's about last year. Someone said on the roundtable that it's about who sells more tickets. Is it about that?
I think it's the film that sells more tickets.
yeah.
OTT platforms is a fair place. You think? Yeah, that's thoda equalize everything.
Because those pressures are not there. And we understand we live in a particular, kind of country or society where, yes, it is sort of patriarchal and male dominated, etc., etc. So there are those pressures. But OTT, I mean, and also I really agree with them, and we've all been through it. Like, it's about what you bring to the table, right? In terms of your talent and in terms of what you deliver, in terms of your work, your capacity, your all of it, and all things being equal. If there are no variables, then gender shouldn't come in the middle of it.
Okay.
And there should be, and I think it's it's not just us girls sitting and talking about it.
Okay.
Every single person who works in any industry, not just us,
Okay.
should be on the same page as us, because it's not about gender ever. It's about what you bring to the table, and each person should also agree with us for this change to happen. It can't just be us constantly saying, because then the moment that happens, it becomes about gender.
Correct.
You know?
Correct. Maybe it's all industries. We will talk about this industry because this is where we are. Yeah, you tell me. Would you like to find out what your male genuinely?
But
You don't mind?
no.
Means yes or no?
No, so for me, I'm
peace
okay.
of mind.
I'm also like, how will this film work? And where is the how are we making it? What?
Okay. Would you like to? Yeah, you'd like to know.
There's no, even if I know, there'll be no
Huh.
difference to what I feel, but also I feel I'm very new right now.
Okay. Fair enough.
I have not
just
come to a
good know,
point
I
where,
think.
like how Ananya said, for me right now would be treating people on a equally, not even equally, at least fairly. At least, you should know that you shouldn't be based on the gender. It shouldn't be based on whatever. Like, I also feel sometimes really bad when junior artists are treated a certain way. So that's something that, I don't want people to treat people differently on set. That's where I think right now I'm at. When I reach a point where I can think about all of these things, and I have an opinion of them.
Too young, but the best answer will come from here. Yeah. Would you like to know what your male actor is getting?
Should I?
What?
I think you can say whatever. Yeah.
No. Okay. Okay. I won't put any pressure on you. Yeah, for that. Yeah, that's true. And the most Gen Z thing about you and the least Gen Z thing about you.
The most Gen Z thing about me sometimes I would say is my lingo. Like I tend to shorten a lot of things that don't need to be shortened when I'm talking.
Okay. Yeah,
Like I'll just
yeah.
randomly be like WID or YOLO or just like randomly, you know, just like, or like say LOL out.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Yeah. She's the Gen Alpha or something.
Yeah.
What are you doing? WID.
Yeah.
And like say LOL out loud. So just talk a bit like with these terms sometimes, which could be a bit Gen Z of me. And I think also I'm too quick. Like I'm very like, I keep moving on from things too fast. I want everything very fast. It's a Gen Z thing, I think, because we're so used to like the next thing, what's next, yeah. So I'm very impatient as a person, maybe Gen Z or maybe my father's daughter, I don't know.
Could be a good quality also.
Yeah,
no, to
maybe.
just, yeah, how you
And
look at it.
the least Gen Z thing about me,
You tell us. Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
like the songs that I listen to or something.
What was the last song?
Like
yeah.
listening to Rocket Man by Elton John in the
Okay.
car. So maybe
Yeah.
sometimes my
Yeah.
choices in films or songs would be not very Gen Z.
Right. Umi, the one thing that you got to know about journalists that you didn't know before playing this role.
That there's a lot of pay parity there also.
That is okay. That's fair. That's a good thing. Tripti, what's scarier, Priya from Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3 or critics after your film releases?
For sure.
For sure. The funny thing that you learned on a horror set, कि ऐसा होता है.
Matlab, on a horror set, you actually don't get scared. When you watch horror films, you feel like, oh my god,
Right.
how do they perform when they're on a set like that? But when you're on a set, everything just seems funny.
Yeah. You don't.
It's too funny. You're like,
Yeah. So nothing to be scared like
Nothing to
that.
be scared.
But then, do you enjoy a horror because you know everything how it's done?
Of course.
Yeah.
It is. It's fun because the way you shoot it is completely different, and then when you watch it on screen, it's
The music
yeah,
and
the
everything.
music and
Yeah, yeah,
everything
that-
changes the whole
Yeah, the
thing.
music really makes
Yeah,
it more
yeah, yeah,
scary.
yeah.
What you can't see sometimes.
Yeah.
Guys, I was scared in 3.
Me too.
I was
So do you mean even I was really scared.
I had I had a pillow in front of me. I was so scared with that sarkata situation.
I was so scared in Bulbul also before they showed the Chudai's face. I didn't know what she was going to do. Then she was very
It's a
pretty because it was
suspense,
pretty.
no?
But before that, I was like, what is this ulte pair wali? I don't want to see her face.
Right. Shalini, your response when people come up to you and say, you look like Alia, you talk like Alia.
Oh my god, you do.
Yeah.
Eyebrows in your mouth.
Thank you.
That is but it's everybody talks about
Like
it.
a
Yeah.
mouth and her eyebrows.
Yeah.
The dimple.
See,
Don't
everybody's
remember,
finding,
don't remember.
everybody's finding one thing now. Yeah.
Earlier, I used to get a little irritated not because like I love Alia, okay,
Right,
but like
right.
when you're getting compared to someone, you're like, no, I'm my own. So I was like, I'm gonna like, no, see me for who I am. But now I feel that it's sweet, yeah. I like her. I don't see it like I don't get irritated anymore. So now I'm comfortable with her. Yeah.
Contemporary love story or period drama. If you were to go home and watch one of these tonight, what do you personally like to watch?
I'd go and watch Sadma.
Wow.
Nice. To you, the most unusual answer I'll get from here always. Yeah.
Really put pressure.
Yeah. Right. At this stage, genuinely tell me, how important are views, likes, the minute you post something? Do you keep seeing who liked it, who didn't like it, who saw your story?
Oh, I
who
love it when seniors like my post. I'm like, oh, they see my pretty
अरे
pictures.
सीनियर ही तो है आपकी लाइफ में सब.
Somebody else, not us.
Yeah, someone else.
No, please like my post. And see my Instagram.
Clearly it's wrong, yeah. Yeah, but know how important it is for you. If you post something and it doesn't get thoda as expected,
No, it's okay. I'm posting. I like it, so I just want it to be on my Instagram. And I love reading my comments because they're very quirky. They're very cute. So I like to read all of my comments, and they're very sweet. Like the comments just really make my day.
good. Yeah. Right. Nice. That's how it all begins. Right. Just before we come to the game, what is the coming year looking like? What should we?
Oh, the
Okay.
theme.
Yeah. What is this year? Apart from going, Oscar जा रहे हो आप लोग कब जा रहे हो क्या?
Yes, I mean, we're not yet sure about the dates, but we are going to go there for the Oscar campaigning. That's going to happen. It's really overwhelming.
Amazing. Yeah. So exciting.
Yes, Kiran ma'am and Amsar are already there. So we keep getting their cool pictures, them posing here, and they've done this, and we're like, we're coming, wait.
Isn't that they're working very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Is there something you can tell us that you've signed or not yet? Do you want to
I am in talks, but then yes,
Okay,
not loud.
sure. Ivy, do you wanna? Can we know something? What?
Can I please tell you, I have signed nothing after Hira Mandi.
Okay, and that's
I have no
because-
idea why.
Hmm.
I'm waiting.
Hmm.
But I'm one of these believers. Something amazing is going to come. Of course, there are a couple of things that are kind of. There's that Indo-British thing called Lioness, which is about two girls a century apart. That is one thing that I'm excited about. But there's been it's a lovely story. There've been delays on that, but it's going to happen at some point. There are a couple of other things which I can't say, but actually, it's been so like. You think, okay, Hira Mandi, and then it's going to be like, oh, okay, floodgates will open. But it's like, I'm waiting. I'm like, damn it, what's going on? But it'll come.
Of course it will. Can you tell us what's next year looking like?
Yeah, so I have a film, but I can't talk about it. But then I have also a show with Amazon. I also have a show with Netflix. So
Wow.
that's how.
Two shows and one film. वाह, बहुत काम किया है इस साल. Nice.
Yeah. Last year ही किया था, सब अटक के इस साल आ रहा है.
Right.
So supposed to release basically this year, but like everything got pushed, so it's now next year.
Normal.
Yeah.
Tripti, another 200 crore film coming anytime soon.
Fingers crossed to that. But of course, Dhadak is releasing
Yes,
next
Dhadak
year,
is releasing, yeah.
and there are a couple of projects that I'm getting into, and these are with directors that were on my list. So
wow.
I'm very, very excited.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she's like, I'm
So yeah, I had made a list
Okay.
starting of my career that these are
Even
the
I have a
directors I
Yeah,
want
so
to
do
work
I.
with, and I'm so happy that slowly that list is getting thicker. Yeah.
Right. Bhumi?
I have Royals with Netflix. I'm very, 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 very excited for it. So excited. Then I have Dal Dal with Amazon. Again, they are like completely opposite, both the characters. Then I have a film releasing in Jan, but now nothing is out on the film, so I'm just not going to
Sure.
say anything.
Sure.
And
yeah.
then films that we don't talk about
Talk
only
about.
till
Bilkul.
then.
Yeah.
It's allowed to now.
Fair enough.
Till it actually
Right.
gets announced, it's better to just.
Now only everything will come out.
Everything will come out. Ananya, do you?
I have. I'm starting Chand Mera Dil.
Yes.
Which is with Laksh, which is with Vivek Soni, who's a director
looking
that I
nice.
really liked. I loved Meenakshi Sundaresh. So, and I'm doing. It's a love story.
Yeah,
I've not done a love story.
He's an
Like a-
assistant on Sonchari.
Oh really?
Yeah, so good.
He's really bright, and I just love his vision. He gives off a little Mani Ratnam sort of vibes with Meenakshi. So I really and it's a love story. I really wanted to do like a hardcore love story. And then I have my film with Akshay sir that's coming out, which is about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. It's a courtroom drama. I'm playing a girl from the 1920s, not Gen Z. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to Addu's world now. I'm done with Gen Z for a bit. And then I'm starting 2 other things also. As usual, can't talk about it.
Amazing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for, if you all had not come, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you to each one of you for making this happen. It's one of the best things we do in a year. One of the toughest things also, but one of the best things. Thank you so much.
Thank you for bringing us together.
I'm so
Year
glad.
after
Really
year,
nice.
making sure this happens.
And genuinely, my favorite performances of this year are on this table.
Yeah,
so.
and all
And we don't get to
nice
meet each other that
humans.
often, so I'm
fun
really
also
happy.
doing this with
Yeah.
and listening all of them.
But people ask us about like friendships and what I'm like, you need time. Like we all have such mental schedules.
Sure.
We actually like each other.
Right.
We do, we
Yeah.
really
I
do.
can see that.
But it's true, right?
100%.
And honestly, I've worked with both of them. I was in Bad News with Tripti. Like I did a small cameo-ish thing, and we've done a full film together. And some of my best friends and best memories and best times on screen have been with other women. So whenever they ask me
Seriously,
questions,
it's so much fun,
So much
you know?
fun.
I can
Yeah.
totally
Sisterhood
agree
is a
with that.
thing.
Yeah.
It
And they
is a-
keep pitting women against each other, but it's really not the
Not
case
happening.
at all.
Not happening.
Some showpiece.
You eat this thing.
You pineapple?
Yeah.
It's generic.
नहीं मतलब the texture.
I would never know this.
Yeah, me neither.
What? Why did I get that?
Put your hand. You will be. Arey, you will get it like
Shut
that. You will be amazing. Chalo.
Ew! Oh, it's a kiwi.
Oh my God! Yeah. Wow. Banana is the toughest. Banana is the easiest.
Oh, it's like a stuffed toy?
What is it? But you can't just say toy.
Both my hands are not. It's like an octopus or a turtle.
Oh.
So sweet.
Both my hands are not fitting inside.
Getting tougher.
Yuck! like jelly, gelatin. What is this?
Hmm.
Gelatin, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you give me that? Rohit. Gelatin, I guessed.
Proper.
Gelatin, no? Yuck.
No.
It is, no?
It is.
Yeah,
No,
kind of,
it's
yeah.
slime.
Yeah,
Yeah, slime.
That's the opposite.
Come on.
Yeah, I love mine.
It is.
You have to
I feel
say.
like just putting it out.
No, no, no.
It's some toy.
Okay, what
It's
toy?
a horse.
No.
It's the opposite of your age.
Next.
Next one, she hasn't guessed it.
Giraffe. No. No,
Almost
wait.
there.
Very scary.
Okay, dinosaur.
Oh, well done.
Yes. Is it a mask?
Oh my god, yeah, that is.
How do you get it?
What kind of mask?
Lace. I mean, what kind? It depends on how you want to use it.
Sure. Great, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.